Hey guys, today we're going to talk about is how you can get your own professional home video studio for less than $300. Now with the studio you can record video from virtually anything you want, post on that or whatever your desire is, but the fact of the matter is with the advances in today's technology, you can really create whatever you want for very little money. Now the most important part of a home video studio of course is what? It's the camera, right? Well, I actually have a couple of choices for my favorite camera. So I'm actually going to show them both to you. I like them both for different reasons. And really, the main differences for you are just going to be your preference. You know, what's more important. So we're going to go over what some of those differences are. The first one is probably the one you all probably see the most. It's the Flip Ultra HD. Great thing about the Flip Ultra HD. It's a self-contained video studio, right? It's got everything you need in it. It's got a simple on-off button right here. To record, you press this little red button. That's simple enough, right? It's got a little switchblade action here that pops out the USB. What that does, that plugs in your computer. That's how you download the images. As far as some of the technical specs of this has 8 gigabytes of memory built into it. You can't put in an external SD card or anything like that to expand the memory. You've got 8 gigs, which gives you about 2 hours of video recording time. It has a built-in microphone. So when you're doing recording in this sort of a setting, you're sitting around in your house, this works perfectly. It does a really good job. The best thing about this camera for me is that it doesn't matter where I am. I can, let's say I decide to take the camera outside the house. I can put it on top of the car. I can put it on top of an ironing board over somebody else's house. It doesn't matter. I don't need a tripod if I've got this camera. It's got its own built-in tripod. That is the single best feature for me with this camera, really the reason I keep this one around as well as the other one. Now the other one, this one is a Kodak ZI-8. Now the Kodak ZI-8 performs about the same. It's got a little on-off button here on the side. It's got a little red button in here in the middle here for recording. Very, very simple. The differences between the two cameras. This is where your preference comes in. This one actually has an external microphone input. It's got a little hole in it. And what that's for is, instead of relying just on the microphone that's built into the camera, you can have one of those little lapel microphones. I'm sure you've seen people wear those. You can be 15 feet away from the camera and you can just jabber away. Even if you're outside, the audio is still going to be really, really crisp and clear. Right? That's one thing you lose if you have a built-in microphone. Right? You're sort of at the mercy of your environment. That's one benefit. Other thing, you see right here, it's got an SD card input. So what that means is this camera, unlike the Flip comes with 8 gigabyte of memory. This comes with barely any memory at all. You have to buy an SD card if you want to do any actual, real video recording. SD cards you can get as low as 4 gigs sometimes. You get a 32 gig. Obviously, the larger the card, the longer the time you have to record video. You can get a 32 gig and record 8-10 hours of video. I don't really know if it's worth it, because 32 gig cards, especially the high speed you're going to want for full motion video, they're going to get pretty expensive. I've seen 32 gig cards go for over $100. I don't think it's necessarily worth it, especially for your home studio. You can pick up a 8 gig and be just fine. Get all the recording time you need just for doing this sort of thing. Okay? Pick up an 8 gig on Amazon for $20. It's really, really simple. $25, whatever it is. The thing that I don't like about this is I can't stand it up, right? See, it's rounded here on the bottom, so if I put on anything, it's just going to fall right over. There's nothing I can do about it. That's why I like the Flip for this, but again, I like this because I got my expandable memory, and I have my external microphone. Really, the external microphone is the main reason I keep this one around, as well as the other one. Okay, so when you do your home studio, you're obviously going to need a tripod. Now, as I mentioned before, you can set the Flip up anywhere you want, but if you want to be able just to have it in a standard place, you're going to want to have a tripod. All right, that's the professional way to do it. Right? If you get the Kodak ZI-8, you're going to need a tripod, period, in the store. Great thing is tripods, $12, $15 at Walmart, no big thing. This is my external microphone from Audio-Technica, $33.50. You can pick these up on Amazon for $25, $30, whatever it is. Again, if you get the Flip, forget it. You can't use this. You get the Kodak ZI-8, this is for you. And this is what SD cards look like. Make sure when you pick up an SD card, pick up something that's high speed or at least class 6, something like that, because you are recording full motion video and you want to make sure that works smoothly with your camera. Okay, so to recap just briefly, what do you need to have your nice professional home studio? Your camera. Camera's $160 to $180. Tripod, $12, $15, depending upon where you get it. SD card if you get the Kodak ZI-8. So you're looking at $20 to $100 if you get the Big Daddy ones, but again, you don't need that. Audio-Technica microphone, $25, $30. And the last thing you're going to need is a piece of video editing software. Now, there's tons of stuff out there. There's even a lot of things where you can order where you can edit your video online for free. I use Camtasia. Camtasia is not cheap, but what you can do is you can go get Sony Vegas for $40, right up at any Best Buy or Walmart or Target or what have you, and that'll do the job just fine. You do all these things, you come in well under $300, and you're also well on your way to recording professional video for the internet or whatever it is you choose to record your video for.